Wadau des. Good morning and welcome to Gendered Voices podcast. Today we are going to talk about the gendered experiences, things that are happening in our society that are also affecting us with the way we are gendered. So I will be your host, Alson Sombwak, and we have with me...
Hello, good morning. My name is Daisy. I'm one of the hosts in the podcast.
Oh, hi. I love Stacey. I'll be the other co-host of the podcast.
And basically today we are going to, I wrote an article about how women are being addressed in this political space in East Africa. There was this one thing that inspired me to write this thing and also just check on how these things happen. So there was this comment that I saw on TikTok that huyu mama anataka kutumaliza. This is too devilish of a woman. So I was like, wow. Huh? Kwani wamama cannot do things.
In politics, when it's different for women, hence the stereotype. It's different for women and men. If it's a woman, they have so much expectations.
Yeah, they hold of a higher moral value.
Yeah, wanaona like you're supposed to be motherly there. There's a meme I saw somewhere that if in Kenya, if you had a Kenyan president, sasa ilikuwa shenda kwa machama ya countries. You see, there's that expectation for a woman. And if it's a man like killing people, post-election violence and shit. If it's a man killing people, okay. These are not my words. I'm just, don't quote me. If it's a man killing people, itakuwa so much. But if it's a woman, you see that comment?
Yeah.
Mama natuwa mbona. It is so unmotherly, you know?
I think this is the thing. Mothers are held in a very higher fashion in the sense that they are supposed to have these motherly instincts, the caring nature, they should provide, that love and everything.
Like
and you're just
a leader, you should be viewed as a leader, not as a woman.
Not as a woman, exactly. So that is why we are having this gendered communication, and it's just a stereotype that is rooted in our minds that if a woman does something, we see it in a fashion like this is a woman in power. But if a man does something, then we look like, okay, nani amefanya hiyo kitu, umejua?
But if it's a woman, huyu mama, this woman, it's so unwomanly, unlike a woman.
Why do you give other people, that's still tough, why do you have to give other people names like Gidinji, then you don't give another person the other name, you get like a she and nini?
It's not even about the names.
Yeah.
It's like how they are perceived.
Yeah.
Yeah, being a woman in politics, inataka nguvu man.
Yeah, so
there are a lot of expectations as a woman when you are a leader.
And like as a leader by the way. Yeah. Anyway, another one is like male nurses in mid. This is another what story we did. Male nurses and midwives in rural Kenya. Stigma and strength in caregiving by men. When I say nurses, what comes into mind? A lady, right?
Yeah.
And Makyu, I know so many people don't know this, but there are male nurses also. Nursing is not only a female dominated. Okay, it is kind of dominated according to stereotype. According to how society imetuweka, there's a certain age of kid utaweza muuliza nurse ni mtu msichana ama kijana, atakwambia
in the 21st century.
Watakwambia in this century atakwambia ni msichana, no. And there are male nurses.
And actually Stacey, I worked in a hospital in my attachment, and I feel like every time you'd work with a lab coat and there's someone who's approaching you, they're like, sister, nurse. And then if it's a man, at your daktari. So I'm like, why can't I be daktari?
Yeah.
Why not?
It's a nurse. When you're told, maybe you've gone for a checkup or something, they will wait there, your nurse is coming in. Then boom, a dude comes in, you're like, daktari. No,
what makes it even funny, imagine wewe uende kwa hosi, unataka kudungwa shindano. I want to think about it. Then unadungwa shindano na nurse. Na mimi naenda hapo alafu mimi ni mwanaume kijana, like this very masculine man. And then there's also masculine man coming there anataka kunidunga shindano. Really?
No, that is the problem we are trying to fight against. They have so many limitations when it comes to promotions, better jobs, better job states. Maybe in labor, maybe I'm in labor na niko na like that. I don't want to say backward mentality, but what society imeweka kwa akili yangu ati nurses ni wanawake pekee. Then a male nurse comes in. Some people are like, some stories we saw are like, no, me, I don't want a male nurse who nurse atanifanyia nini. You see, which is so unfair to them also. So what you're trying to fight against is like the stereotype. There's this dude called what is his name? Yeah, give me a minute. Okay, yeah, Eddie Ndichu. Eddie Ndichu is a dude. He's a tech whiz, by the way. When the wife gave birth, he became the primary caregiver of that child. Ana change diapers, anafanya nini. Which man will comfortably do that? That is one of the many things you should start embracing. Unaona? So
Alphonse, could you embrace?
Unaweza change diaper. Being a primary caregiver for your baby.
One thing I would do is give my kid anything that they want. So far, I could do that. I could do that. But now, when you start to make it a routine,
nowadays, this generation, I actually love our generation so much. Hatuna ati kazi ya msichana, kazi ya mwanaume. Unaona? Alisema he coded it being a present parent. Unaona? It's not like the other hizo enzi zingine, a woman is the one who gives birth and takes care of the child and everything. Diapers, mwanaume hata ajui vile ina change. Ajui mtoto anakula saa ngapi. I'm not trying to be a feminist per se. I'm just fighting for.
When I'm seeing the blood in you, it's running in your veins. The feminist blood.
Story.
Yeah.
Now in that light, when you hear gender violence, what is the first thing that would come to mind?
Women.
Femicide.
Women being in the purple colors. Profiles. Gender-based violence.
Exactly. And I feel like there's a lot of, as you said, stereotypes.
Yeah.
Now looking at LGBTQ, that kind of community, I feel like there's a lot of, it's not in the limelight as much as how they would perceive or they would tell stories in. Oh my God.
If the case was different.
Yeah.
That's very true.
For gender, like your LGBTQ, you see the like attention LGBTQ cases get. There's this dude who was killed, Chiloba. Yeah. It was around how many years back? Like 3 years back, like 3 years back. The attention that got, the attention like when femicide, your time kulikuwa na so much femicide happening. It's different, Why? Because this is a woman being killed, which is so wrong, and the other one is a man killing a man. Men who are in love. Okay. I don't want to say
because
in love.
they're queer or they want
okay, this is how I want to think about it. This is a personal maybe opinion, so don't come for me. But I feel when we are, let me just get out of the LGBTQ kidogo tu, because imagine kuna wanaume wenye hata pia wameuliwa kwa manyumba, they are in a heterosexual relationship na wameuliwa, but you'll never hear them talking about it. That is just a food of thought. That happens also. But now let's go to this LGBTQ thing. When you get, I think
LGBTQ.
Kuna mtu mwenye anataka kuihold like accountable
it's a very uncomfortable uncomfortable topic in Kenya when it comes to Kenya. Because a certain generation, ukianza your story, everybody's gonna be like,
you can't even unaweza thunder strike you from
which is very unfair, by the way. They're also all human.
But also looking at ukiona in a perspective of now the broadcasting channels, right? So I think that many stories are killed when they're still young, like articles and all that are killed in the beginner stage because people don't want to put it out there because like let's say Citizen as something where a story of a man being sexually abused by another man in an intimate relationship. I feel like there's a lot of stereotypes. There's going to be a lot of uproar. There's going to be a lot of backlash because they're like, Kenya is not that comfortable when it comes to...
Yeah, it can't talk about it.
I
think we have just a societal problem. In general, we have a societal problem. It's not as a country or embracing. We have a societal problem. So far.
I feel like
let's not talk about when we check it at the LGBTQ fashion. But let's check on it hata hizo vitu zingine tunasema about women in politics and also the gendered communication. You get like we are having this stereotype in our heads zenye sijui ziliekwa aje. Everybody is just thinking the way they want. It's a societal problem.
Yeah,
it's not even in it. I don't know. It's a culture.
It's deep,
we have different cultures, right? But now we in this culture we also living in a society with different people, diverse people, and we're also still having this. So we have just a rotten society, or a society in a maybe times up.
Let me rephrase it. We just have not an upgraded culture, no, a little bit way back.
But we can actually do better.
Yeah, we can.
Yeah, actually, we can do better. That's one thing I think so. So,
this podcast is like we're prompting you to think, to be open-minded. You see,
there are a lot of stereotypes.
Stop stereotypes. You can't really end stereotypes, kabisa, but you can make a step to like reduce it. You know, that's something.
And it all starts with you.
It starts with you.
So
tunakuprompt hashtag tunakuprompt. Take a step. And stop stereotyping. Okay. Nobody's really safe. Be it a woman, be it a man. Still stereotyping.
Alright. Ciao my guys. Thank you for contributing into our podcast today. Remember, it's Gendered Voices. And thank you. Until next time.
Bye.